Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Connoisseur's Conversation. Today we're going to get into one of those fragrances that I feel is one of the sexiest, most outgoing, and attractive fragrances on the market today. It falls right in line with my favorite genre of fragrances, that is the smooth, boozy, tobacco-esque, and spicy-laden fragrances that bring a certain amount of sex appeal, sexual allure, and attractiveness to any person wearing it. Mostly masculine, but leaves unisex. And if this is the type of content you think you'll enjoy, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. And today I have a very, very good review for you guys. This is one of those persuasive sexual fragrances that I picked up and been wearing for the last few years, and thought I had actually gotten out a review for you guys on this one, but I had not, and I am excited to bring it to you guys today. As you guys know, I'm a very big fan of tobacco through cigar smoking and also through the fragrances that I picked up along my journey. And this one here is very much so in my library of fragrances, a top 5 tobacco fragrance. Now, we can throw around those type of labels and accolades all we want to, but this one here is a very rich, sexy fragrance that I feel appeals to me like many fragrances in this genre, but this one goes above and beyond when I say this is a fragrance to behold as a gold medal winner. I picked up this particular scent not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I've fallen in love with it, and I'm excited to bring it to you guys. So let's dive right in and see what we get from the house of Les Indemodables, Vanille Havane. This is so let's get into flacon first. I love these style of flacons. Very simple, very nice on the shelf. Elegant. It has almost like a Native American arrow pattern style on the front of it with Vanille Havane printed at the bottom. These are 50 ml flacons. This is the EDP concentration. The actual flacon has the imprint on the top as well. Nicely done, just classy, something simple. Let's get to the fragrance. So for me, in describing this one, you're going to come across what you get as far as the makeup of the scent comes forward in the title of the scent. But the most beautiful part about this particular scent, and I mean the most sexually beautiful part about this scent, it's so alluring and attractive. It comes on with an opening and just captures your nose of rum and cacao. And the rum and cacao accords in this particular scent is what really puts it head and shoulders above many of the fragrances in this genre of perfumery. In the overall encompassing of this scent, it is a scent that is tiered and layered in the way it comes off the skin, because in the opening you get the cacao, some nice dried fruit accords, a jasmine, and almost, if you're used to smelling tonka bean, the tonka bean comes from coumarin, and coumarin, if you have a very expensive coumarin accord, your fragrances come off just slightly, it elevates the boozy and almost an animalic feel to a scent while also giving it an extra layer of sweetness. So with that coumarin accord and then the aforementioned rum boozy accord, it creates such a sensual effect for this particular scent, and it's so addictive to smell in the air on a person. I've had many compliments with this particular scent as well. This is one of those highly compliment fragrances, especially if you know how to wear it. And it's no doubt about it, this is a 10 out of 10 date night fragrance, a 10 out of 10 evening fragrance. This is a 10 out of 10 lounge fragrance. This is one of those scents that you just get enthralled with. And like I said earlier, it's a very persuasive scent, and it's also persistent in its presentation. It has a nice 2-foot radius about how it projects off your skin. It has one of the best sillage trails that you can come across in perfumery. That cacao thick layer of cacao and vanilla. This has to be, I've had a Tahitian vanilla oil before, a very expensive Tahitian vanilla oil that I was trying to practice around to see how the vanilla smelled. And there is the bourbon vanillas, then the Madagascar, then this Tahitian vanilla was a very expensive accord that I could pick up on that and hear how that very expensive vanilla, it's not just the vanilla like a cake vanilla, it's a very thick spiced vanilla. So just imagine going into a luxury cafe and I've had this before, you get those crepe style of with your coffee, and sometimes they'll put these vanilla pods on the plate to give it a little garnish or accent. And if you pick up and smell that, this smells exactly like the authentic vanilla pod. So it's not overly sweet, it's not childish, not juvenile, very sensual, very sexy, very, black shirt, black blazer, or black leather jacket type of scent, while also giving you a great amount of comfort if you're wearing denim, some nice little jumper boots or some Chelsea boots or gator boots, cowboy boots, any of that style. This will elevate you. This is so, as I'm sitting here smelling it, it's actually going to be my scent of the day. It wasn't the choice. The choice was to get out to you guys a nice little review to show you what this scent was coming across it, but now it's got to be my scent of the day because it's just that good. There are some fragrances that this cacao, boozy affected vanilla come in kind of the genre with, and I'll point those out. One is Creation E by the House of Rosa Parfums. The other you could pick up on is Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanilla is in this genre, but it doesn't go anywhere close to the boozy chocolate effect of it. Mostly it's the Creation E for me, and that even draws back from this particular scent because that doesn't have any effect of the cacao accord. That's what makes it such a unique and good grasping of the nostrils type of scent. While also it won't come into your collection and be a redundant release like most tobacco fragrances are these days. It's very much so, and that's the point I want to point out. This is not a redundant, run-of-the-mill tobacco fragrance. This is one that is very outside the bounds of the traditional releases that we've smelled lately and of the past, where it's heavily in the cinnamon, heavily in the vanilla, but not too much in the tobacco. This one has a nice tobacco accord to it, which is, you can smell the earthy, hay-like pitches of tobacco, the tobacco leaf, not like the cinnamony, the cinnamon cones that you'll pick up in the mall when it's Christmas time. This is more of a effect of thick branched tobacco, cacao, vanilla sweetness, coumarin sweetness with nice rum accords and jasmine in the background giving it a lift. You can also smell somewhat of an ambery leatherness to this as it starts to dry down. That's one of the best effects of this as well. That leathery amber effect makes it sweet, and it's never cloying. And all these sweet accords that you hear, it's never ever cloying. A very, very gorgeous wearing fragrance. I recommend this to anyone that wants to have an effect that is alluring and sexual. What you have to play your part in that. You have to come across as someone who's accepting of flirtatiousness, someone who's accepting of conversation. That's, I promise you, with this particular scent, you will get conversation. Especially if you start it and somebody smelling this off your skin. This is a damn good fragrance. I enjoy this one a lot, man. I was trying to see off the strip, but off my skin, there's a certain nuance that you will pick up, and I'm picking it up now off the nuances of the bottle cap atomizer and off the strip. There was one note that I wanted to touch on that I didn't pick up as quickly on skin, but it always comes out the 2 hour mark, and that is a dried fruit accord. So just think about how that is. You got cacao, rum, vanilla spices, dried fruits, cacao, amber, leather, coumarin, and it's all just great pitch and great blending to it as well. This is a phenomenal fragrance. Like I said at the beginning, this is, without hyperbole at all, this is one of my favorite top 10 winter fragrances, a top 10 tobacco fragrance. I'd say top 5. Actually, literally top 5, because I can't think of another one off the top of my head right now, in the ones that I'm even playing with the fall weather coming, that I even put above this one in the top 5 category. So said and done. This is a top 5 tobacco fragrance for me. Even though it does not primarily pitch the tobacco at your nose, it comes off with that boozy, chocolatey cacao more often than it does with the tobacco, but very, very sexy fragrance. I think anyone should get their nose on. Again, from Les Indemodables, this is Vanille Havane, a very nice fragrance that is for anyone looking to get attention, grab noses, and be flirtatious, but also being a very, very charismatic, sophisticated, and sexy gentleman. This is the fragrance for you right here. This fragrance is a 50 ml flacon EDP, and you can find it anywhere on the market. Just Google it, you'll find it. Great, great fragrance for anybody. Killer. All right, guys, that is my video for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this Connoisseur's conversation on this the top 10 out of 10 banger. This is a very sexy, complicated fragrance. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, all I do is ask that you hit the like button, subscribe, let the algorithm know that we are here, let everyone know that the family is growing, that we're creating something here to Dry Down, letting everyone know that scent cigars and wines and the nuances, facets of that are coming to the fore. I'll see you in the next video. You guys have a good one.